All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is right around 5 p.m. West Coast time. I'm going to call it 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on that their East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I'm Mad Statter today, and this is Chatter with Statter. Looks like we've got some folks here already. Picola T is in the house, probably on a cruise somewhere or on land off a cruise somewhere. I'm going to go guess Mexico, maybe. But let's see here. Who else is here? We've got Shock in the house, letting us all know what flying forking time it is in all the places. We've got Terry in Scotland and Darlene and Rick here in the house, along with Pinnell. Pinnell saying aloha to all the kitties and all of the peoples. And let's see here. We've got Rick saying goof evening, and Rick giving a subscription to Darlene. Thank you so much, Rick, for that gift sub. And it looks like we've got Terry in Scotland here with a 90 stream streak. That is impressive. So, Picola T, not yet in Mexico, getting close to Mexico, clearly on a boat still. There we go. All right, so here we have it. Hi tonight, Mama Sean. Hope you had a cool day today. Wait, did Mama Sean come in? Mama Sean is here. I missed Mama Sean. See, that's why we need all of the people doing all the things. Speaking of all the people doing all of the things, Mama Sean was one of them, but we had a couple folks emailing me all sorts of info about the Girl Scout cookies. We will be revisiting that topic briefly today. I actually even have not one, but two maps all about it. Terry in Scotland, thank you so much for that 1,000 biddies. All right, so Mama Sean asking Picola T a very good question because she's been on many, but why don't we get this party started while we wait to find out what is Picola T's favorite cruise line? All right, we've got Verity in the house as well. And we've got me taking a sip of my waters, getting all hydrated like that. Mama Sean bragging about, about the wonderful weather that she's got here. I, on the other hand, have wonderful weather as well. It is mild. It is between 40 and 45 or 45 and 55 degrees. Lovely, quite lovely weather for this time of year. However, of course, we had the clouds for all of the things, all of the astrological things, astronomical, all them starry sky things with the moons and the planets and stuff. Yeah, we didn't get to see none of that here. Didn't get to see not one bit of it here. Clouds here, clouds there, clouds everywhere, and then it started to rain. So, let's see here. Picola T, the answer to that question is, apparently her favorite cruise line is Holland America. Is that what I just saw her say? Holland America. I like their food, lots of music, and friendliest cruise. There you have it, Rabbit. It looks like we got Michael Anthony Smith coming in the house as well. Good to see Michael Anthony Smith. And let's see here. Rick telling Mama Sean my little brother is lurking somewhere out in Arizona and was complaining about 85 degrees yesterday. Well, Rick, I got to tell you, if your brother's already complaining about the 85, he has no business being in Arizona. Because it's going to get hotter. It's going to get a lot hotter. All right, so Michael Anthony Smith, you're here today. I don't know if you were here on Sunday. On Sunday, we were talking about Girl Scout cookies, and we're going to continue to talk about Girl Scout cookies. And let's see here, Michael Anthony Smith, he likes Carnival cruise lines. Your ex and I used them. I have never been on a cruise, so I have no idea which one is the best, but it's good to know that Carnival and Holland America have fans in this house. And let's see here, Pinnell, I sort of woke up to see the eclipse, but felt too cozy, so went back to sleep. I fully am in support of that decision. Because why would you leave cozy? I mean, honestly, you're gonna see videos of it on the interwebs anyway, right? I mean, this would be what I'm telling myself as I'm laying cozy in bed. I'm gonna see videos of it. Why do I have to get out of bed to see it? I'm so cozy right now. And that would be pretty much the conversation that I had with myself if I were you, Pinnell. And let's see here. we get another chance at either 2028 or 2029. Yeah, it feels like we get these types of eclipses fairly often that you almost become jaded to them. And it's like, oh, I'll catch the next one. It's like, if you're lucky to live that long, you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. But that's just me being all cynical like that. And let's see here. Terry in Scotland. I spent 2 months on a geological exploration ship with a gang of pirates in the North Sea once. Really? Pirates in real life? They were real pirates? Or are you talking about your adventures on Pirates of the Sea, which is a very, very fun video game, by the way. I haven't played it in, I don't know, probably a year, but I do think about it quite often, and I don't even know if I could go find how to play that game anymore, how to log in, all the different ways I had to log in to get there, but yeah, yar. That's right, exactly. Yes, the trick is finding clear skies to view an eclipse, and in the Puget Sound area, well, you're working against the odds. If you were, say, if you were maybe like, say, in Denver, Colorado, they have like, what, 350 clear days out of the year or something, or 300 clear days out of the year. So that'd probably be a good place to go catch an eclipse. But Pacific Northwest, not so much. I can tell you that. And Terry in Scotland, oh, they were actual pirates from South Africa and Australia. What? Wait, what? Okay, so it looks like we had a hype train that I didn't even realize we had a hype train going on. So thank you so much, you guys, for that. I totally missed that hype train. But wait, Terry, I'm very confused. So, how did you get hooked? Terry, were you in danger? How did you get hooked up with pirates? Like, and why were they exploring? And when you say exploring, is that a euphemism for something different? I'm so very confused. I'm so very confused about why a pirate from the southern hemisphere would be doing a geographical survey or something. I get confused easy though, so there we have it. And Puzzycat, good to see you. Lunar eclipse takes way too long, 4 hours start to finish, no way, in the middle of the night. Oh, no way. I wouldn't spend 4 hours out of bed if I had. No, I can watch the videos of this. Yeah, no, I can watch the videos of this. Never mind. And, all right, so it looks like Michael Anthony Smith has been fully indoctrinated into what we want people to know. You hear it always rains in Seattle. That is correct, sir. It always rains in Seattle. That is exactly what we want you to think. You are, spread that word. Actually, though, I have been told by people who don't live in Seattle that it never actually rains in Seattle. And by that, they mean real rain. Rain that will get you wet from the first drop that dropped from the sky. Real downpours, the way, like, you know, you get in almost every place else, right? Instead, we get a lot of drizzle, a lot of sprinkle, a lot of mist, a lot of, well, looks like it might rain. And so, you know, it's just a case of a little bit of water all of the time. As opposed to Houston that gets a lot of bit of water a little bit of the time. Two very different kinds of rains. Yeah, monsoons, exactly, Mama Sean. Monsoons are in Houston, Arizona, Florida, all these places. Monsoons really don't exist up in the Pacific Northwest. It's just a whole lot of a little bit of rain. It's a drip rain. You know how you can use less water by dripping with drip irrigation? You just constantly keep it like a little bit moist. That's how the Evergreen State gets to be the Evergreen State. So yeah, it's not like we get a whole lot of rain at one time. We get a whole little bit of rain all the time. But then there are some times, and don't believe your lying eyes when you see it, where the sky seems to be blue. But that's just a lie. That never happens in Seattle. And exactly, Verity, when we get rain in SoCal, it's deluge when it comes. That's exactly it. Yeah, that's what people mean when they come to Washington. They're just like, it's funny because you hear that it rains all the time in Washington, but like my college folks from all over the place, they were like, it actually never really rains properly. It just threatens to rain a little bit all the time. And Rick, wow, and let's see here, in 2024, the total solar eclipse lasted less than 5 minutes, and we drove 500 miles to see it. But a flippin' flirpin' lunar eclipse takes like 4 hours? Oh, screw that noise, dude. That's way too slow for the middle of the night. And hey, good to see you, Elaine. Good to see you here on the YouTube side. And let's see here. The ship was a former roll-on, roll-off car ferry named the Europa, and the crew was Irish. The oil and gas exploration folks were from all over the world. Got it. Okay. Yes, it mists. It pisses, it spits, it drizzles. It's all of the things. It's all of the things. We have a lot of words for rain up here in Washington. Just like in Alaska, the Inuit language, I believe, has, 47,553.5 words for snow. We have almost that many words for rain. And it's bike week here this week in Pussycat Says, and the rain is on and off, but mostly sunny skies, around 80 degrees. Whew, Puzzy, that sounds a little bit humid, though. 80 and raining? Whew. Yeah, no. Whew. I'm sweating just thinking about that. No. That's just too much. That's just too much heat for the rains. I'm getting a hot flash just talking about it. And let's see here. What do we have here? So Terry, though, you say that they were pirates. You just mean they were pirates in the sense that they were out looking to steal oil, right? They weren't stealing people's boats and riches and like the pirates off the coast of Somalia, right? We take over your boat and we take over all of the rubber duckies on board because you're shipping rubber duckies and we're gonna steal your rubber duckies. That's right. And we have a nice sea breeze off the ocean keeping us cool. Oh, okay, Puzzy, then that works. And then, way up, I meant to say something to Mama Sean that Dr. Steve said. Yes, Dr. Steve has a t-shirt that says, "Bad choices make good stories." I don't know who you were talking to, Mama Sean, but I think that that's a great t-shirt, and I think everyone on this stream probably deserves a shirt like that for at least one thing they've done in their life. Coca-Cola tea, you're about to sip on a sea breeze. Remind me what a sea breeze is. I want to say it's what? Vodka and grapefruit juice? Remind me what a sea breeze is, please, Coca-Cola tea. And then once you remind us all, you can go have it. You will have deserved, after toiling away at letting us know what it is, you'll be fatigued and you'll be in need of such a refreshing beverage. Oh, you're talking about Terry for the t-shirt? Frankly, I think all of us deserve that t-shirt. Dr. Steve, Mama Sean. But okay, it's vodka, grapefruit, and a splash of cranberry. I thought there might be cranberry in there, but I also knew that I didn't know what I was talking about. So, okay, there you go. All right, well, now that you've toiled to let us know just what's in that indulgent beverage of yours, yes, you deserve a double. You deserve a double sea breeze. Cranberry breeze. What is it called again? A sea breeze? A sea breeze. You deserve a double sea breeze. And let's see here. Okay, so Terry in Scotland, we were running an exploration grid when a bunch of Norwegian fishermen showed up. They hated us because we were scaring the fish off. Our captain called the Norwegian government and they sent out the Norwegian Navy to, hold on, and they sent out a Norwegian Navy destroyer to defend us from the fishermen. Lively times. Oh my. Okay, honestly, y'all, I mean, I know I say this for effect, but Terry, I am clutching my pearls. Oh my God. How terrifying. Because quite honestly, not that like fishermen in theory are super scary, but a Norwegian fisherman is definitely nobody to be messed with. I mean, anybody who's fishing on the North Sea is a tough bugger. And so if you were, I don't know if they had guns on their boats. I don't really know what Norwegian fishermen have, but the fact that you needed the Navy to get involved, that sounds scary. Like, I'm clutching my pearls. I'm not wearing pearls, but let me go find some pearls so I can go clutch them. I know where my pearls are. I can go clutch them in a minute. Wow. Yeah, okay. What t-shirt did you miss, said Trail Dust? Yeah, exactly, Trail Dust. You are the t-shirt king. It was bad choices make good stories. And bad choices make good stories is a really, appropriate shirt for, well, I can't say anything about your life, but I can say it might be a good shirt for my life. And it's good to see it, Trail Dust. And let's see here. Who else do we have in here that I might, but now I deserve one of those t-shirts. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think we've all done something at least once to deserve that shirt. Terror on the Seas, Fishers versus Mappers. Oh my, exactly. And Michael Anthony Smith, I am sure that you've got a bad choice that led to a good story. I have no doubt in my mind that if you reach back into your brain, you might have a bad choice that ended up to be a good story, which you could then argue became a good choice. Only in retrospect does the bad choice turn into a good choice. But yeah, you know. See, there was this time I was on the river looking for eagles in January when it was 25 degrees out, and my boat got ripped out from under me and dunked me and my friend into the river. That was a bad choice we made that day. That was a very bad choice that we made that day. Luckily, the Forest Service made good choices. They chose to come to work today so they could rescue people like me who made bad choices. That's right. The river absolutely chose violence. And and seriously, I know that all I can say is when it happened, I looked at my friend and I was terrified. And the first words out of my mouth was, oh my God, we're effed. We're forked. Only I did not say forked. I did not say forked. Not even close. I said the real word. And I didn't care if I was going to get my mouth washed out with soap or not. Okay? Yeah. And you have decided that my band's next album, our third, is going to be called Bad Choices Make Good Stories. Awesome, dude! I don't know if this stream is what just inspired you, but if it did, Mama Sean, Dr. Steve's son, Mama Sean's son, the t-shirt, it's all coming together, man. It's all coming together. I'm super stoked we can make this happen. Well, rather, you can make this happen. And let's see here. Hold on. Okay, so Terry in Scotland is coming in. The ship trailed pneumatic hoses along the sea bottom that went boom every 1.5 seconds. 3 hoses with geophones skimmed along the surface to record the echoes from the seabed. You worked in the recording room every 1.5 seconds. Oh, well, I can't imagine why that would scare the fish away. I can't imagine why the fishermen were so pissed off. Oh my God. Yeah, was it spooned? No, we were respued. we got spooned up by the Forest Service, but no, it was not fork nor it was spoon. But that was very nice of you to ask, to clarify, Trail Dust. Very nice of you to ask. All right, so actually, here we go. Bad choices. Sometimes, bad choices make good stories, but sometimes bad choices. Wait, hold on, Verity. I read that the most common last words recorded on black boxes are, "Oh shoot," except for it's not shoot. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And speaking of "oh shoot," only not shoot. There is, and I haven't done the research on this, but I think this is an actual real, okay, I'm going to show you this video that to me was the funniest thing ever. And I thought that it was a public service announcement video made in the style of a public service announcement video by a comedy troupe. But I actually am starting to realize that this might not be made by a comedy troupe. This might actually be a legitimate public service announcement, because the country of Norway right now is getting really sick and tired of things that are crummy. They're starting to have some problems with how things are devolving into worseness. So this particular video has the S word in it, y'all. Okay, so if you've got little kids that you don't want to hear this, now this is all over. I think this is on TV in Norway. So it's not vulgar, but the S word is basically the whole point of the video. And so I want to watch this video with y'all, and then I want to tell you what I found right after I watched this video, which to me brought this video home like nobody's business. So let's just, find out what it's like in the day of a shittifier.
You can call me a shit maker. My job is to make things shitty. The official title is Enshittificator. What I do is I take things that are perfectly fine and I make them worse. More specifically, I make it shitty. I come from a long line of people making things shitty. My father was an enshittificator, his father before him, and his father before him. So yeah, it's a proud tradition in our family, making things shitty. But it is hard work, and it's not very cost efficient to do it like this. I can only be in so many places at one time. So I needed a way to scale up the business without working myself to death. And just when I needed it, the solution lands right in my lap. Enter the internet. All of a sudden, I didn't have to move around to make things shitty. I could just stay in one place and make things shitty for way more people at the same time. And that's when things really started to move. Got a favorite website? Let's fill it with pop-ups. Preferably scam. Enjoying a video? Oopsie! Ad break! Oh, you bought an expensive phone? Great. Here's an update to make it shitty. Let's say you have 1,000 pictures of your deceased mother. Oh, so sad. What do? I make you pay for it. The memories may be yours, but the photos, they're mine. So it's very important. It needs to be nice at first. But then...
Yes.
Yes! What do you say? Okay. Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Finally. Shitty.
You're not happy with the way something you really liked turns shitty. What do? Contact customer service. Here, talk to completely useless chatbot. No human available. Here's my favorite part. Let's say someone starts an alternative service. What do? We buy them. Make people dependent enough, and then
Make it shitty!
you sell me a car.
Well, it's great.
Sold. I'll buy your car. Now what? I don't have any more money. You have me in the palm of your hand. You can crush me. So what do? Updates. Radio, premium feature. Heating, premium feature. Now I have a shitty car and I can't afford a new one. But what I can afford is a small monthly payment.
Make it shitty!
The future? The future is looking bright.
Braking is now a premium feature. Please enter your credit card details.
You can call me a shitmaker. My job is...
Okay, so I think we can all agree that we've all, to one degree or another, experienced exactly what this guy is talking about, right? All right, so I saw this video. We all just saw this video. Very funny video. And by the way, it actually, like, the little go find out more about this little link that they were giving you, like, the country of Norway is writing some sort of legislation or law about how to prohibit that type of thing. So very funny video, but apparently this isn't, like I said, I thought that video was a comedy troupe, but no, I think this is legitimately a serious video. Anyway, in the name of this very serious video that is totally based in reality, I am a fan of the Sonicare toothbrush. I've used Sonicare for probably close to 30 years now. I've had many Sonicares. They do eventually wear out and break, and that's fine. You know, they last like 10 years or whatever. It's not a big deal. My Sonicare currently is on its last legs, and not only that, it got knocked behind my dryer. I'm pretty sure it's because of my cat. Either way, right now I don't have a Sonicare that works or is accessible. So I'm just using the Sonicare head to brush my teeth, which is fine. But the thing is I am in the market for a new Sonicare toothbrush. It's a toothbrush by Philips, and it's an electronic toothbrush with, like, you know, super high powered sonic whatevernesses, all right? So I'm looking on the website. Well, actually, at first I'm looking at my grocery store because I can buy them online. And I see this situation at the options at the grocery store I was like, well, that's weird. I don't like this. Yeah, Picola tea, it doesn't matter, okay? Because here's just, so I'm like, wait, that's a weird quirk of circumstance about this model that I thought they were selling at the store. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to their website and see if I can find a model that pleases me. So I'm looking through, and did you know that you can no longer buy a Sonicare that has a wall mount charger? When I say a wall mount charger, I mean, you know, a plug-in for your charger. It's an electric rechargeable toothbrush, and they no longer sell them with plug-ins. You know why? They all come with USB cords now. USB cords. They want you to charge your toothbrush with a USB cord. Now, I don't know about you, but my house is over 50 years old. Actually, it's 75 years old. I don't have a USB outlet in my bathroom. Out of curiosity, y'all, how many USB ports do you have in your bathroom? How many USB ports do you have in your bathroom? Yeah. Michael Anthony Smith, it's so weird. Me too. I have no USB ports in my in my bathroom. Now, I understand that everybody has a USB charger, right? Most likely. But can you connect it to your laptop to charge Sonicare? Probably. Well, first off, I don't have a laptop. But why do I want to take my toothbrush my toothbrush out to wherever, to my bedroom? And why is that? How is this helping me? You just put it in the outlet. You can't. There's no outlet. Well, I mean, you can if you've got a USB outlet, because they do make outlets with USBs. You can put something at the end of the wire and well, right, exactly. But the thing is and Rick just nailed it on the head. You need to purchase a charging block. Terry in Scotland, the USB charger that just plugs into the outlet. This doesn't plug into the outlet. Look at this picture. It is attached to the charger. The charger is that white base with that little nubby. That's what you stick the toothbrush on. The USB, that's all there is. It plugs into a USB port. They don't even give you an outlet to plug into the wall with the USB charger. You need a USB adapter. Exactly, but they don't sell you those. You have to go buy it someplace else. Explain to me how that's not making Sonicare shittier. That pisses me off. I can't even use the product unless I buy something else. That is just ridiculous to me. And yeah, I guess one could say, well, that used to be the way with, AA and AAA batteries or whatever. You can't use the toy till you put the battery in it. But when you're selling me the battery charger, but I can't charge the battery charger. So all I know is there is no such thing as Sonicare. Doesn't matter what model, doesn't matter if it's the cheapest model, doesn't matter if it's the most expensive model. There is no wall adapter outlet thing anymore. It's all USB. And no, luckily, Rick, they say it's good for 2 weeks, which I guess, okay, there you go. That's nice. The other one is only good, for 7 days. It's $4.54 on the internet. Right. But Michael Anthony Smith, when I'm spending $65 for one of the cheapest models that Sonicare has to offer, $65 for one toothbrush that might have one replaceable head. I already have to buy the replaceable heads, and that's okay. But now I have to buy another accessory just to plug it in. And Verity, write them. Maybe they'll give you a gift. They'll gift you, save them the bad review. Actually, my best guess is they won't, because they have already preemptively. I went to their website. People are annoyed about this, and they're just spinning it. They don't care. They're spinning it as, and there's an element of truth to it, but it's still making it shittier. They don't want to produce any unnecessary electric waste, and they figure you probably already have a USB plug-in wall mount charger anyway, so why bother? And then they have a little asterisk. You can only use these chargers if they meet these specifications. And it's a laundry list of specifications. Trust me, baby doll, I have no idea if this USB wall charger that I got in some random phone package in 1997 meets all of these specifications, right? So, they literally have... They've just made it shittier. And exactly, Rick, the cheap phones we buy stopped supplying charging blocks 4 years ago. Exactly, it's making things shittier. It's just making things shittier, that's all. And Elaine, my cats go outside, so they don't need a running wheel. Although I have thought about getting a running wheel for my cats just to see what they would even think of it. But honestly, I don't think they would even know how to use it. And Padel, it sounds like Sonicare will be losing customers, perhaps. But if you remember in the video where they said, make it so the consumer depends on you, and then make it shitty. Well, like I said, I've used Sonicare for 30 years, and I am fairly brand loyal because it is a very good toothbrush. I like it better than the Oral-B. The Oral-B battery ones, I've used those on occasion. I don't like them that much. They don't work as well as the Sonicare. So, so it is just a case of like, well, I don't want to give up my Sonicare just for this stupid reason, because it's a minor, stupid annoyance that they know we're all going to throw down the extra $6 to get a flippin' flirpin' whateverness wall charger. But that doesn't mean that what they did isn't patently making things shittier. Trail Dust sounds to me like a plumbing project I once had. An adapter for the adapter for another adapter to finish the project. Exactly, Trail Dust. And so anyway, I just what hit home the hardest, Pussycat, honestly, had I not seen that Make It Shitty video before I had seen the Sonicare, I just would have been annoyed, rolled my eyes, and huffed and said, flippin' flirpin' flirk you, Sonicare, and done it anyway. But instead, after seeing that video, and then I happened to run across this situation with Sonicare, suddenly I'm like, bring out that there flippin' flirpin' soapbox, my friend. I'm all uppity and huffity. I'm feeling a little bit like I got something to say. And the country of Norway has got my back. And I know that is not a Norwegian accent, but that's okay. And Rick, that's funny. Nice end result if you didn't have to make a parts run at the end. There you go. And email Sonic Hair to express my indignance at this enshittification. I actually maybe will send them that video and let them know that video was custom made for their USB port ideas. And it looks like from the customer feedback that this is a very recent development with the Sonicares. So if you happen to find a Sonicare in your store that still has a wall mount, baby doll, grab it up, okay? Because they ain't making them like that no more. And let's see here, Verity, they have Roomba-like cat toys now that don't get stuck under the couch. I want one. I love all those videos of the cats riding around the Roombas like it's their own personal little chauffeur through the house. And that's exactly right, Elaine. I was on the soapbox. Exactly, Michael Anthony Smith. Precisely. I need to go hook up my toothbrush to my computer. How dumb does that sound, y'all? I mean, how is this helping? Oh, well, I'm glad that you guys could put up with my soaping of the boxing. But we are 1 minute past our Lono listening break, and this Lono listening break, to my knowledge, has nothing to do with toothpaste, nothing to do with toothbrushes, and nothing to do with enshittification. And it's got a much better vibe than the one I've just been bringing to the stream. So let's go listen to some Maui Stylin', and we'll be stoked, dude. All right, let's do it.
Maui styling. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, take that Maui style with you. Cause if you ain't Maui styling, you just living on an island. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 There is sunshine in your heart. It's been with you from the start. Lift your head, look to the heavens. You will feel brand new again. Don't stop me now. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Reach out your hand and help each other. Your mother, your father, your sister and brother. There is love in this family. Pick yourself up and get on your feet. Don't stop me now. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Ho'okela styling, Nakaivalu styling, Hawaiian styling, Kie styling, Mama Maula styling, Lahaina styling, Laiula styling, Napili styling. Don't stop me now, Maui styling. We will all reach the finish line. The six of us, no one left behind. We're all winners, no matter what. When there is love in your Maui heart. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 McKenna styling, upcountry styling, Kaupo styling, Kaanapali styling, Hana styling, Waehu styling, Haia styling, Keanai styling. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Maui is styling. Don't stop me now. Maui styling. Look away.
All right, there we go. That's our Lono listening break. And Elaine, awesome. Gonna go sew Palaka fabric bags, phone bags, small totes. Local folk crazy for Palaka. All right, see you next time. Good to know that you've got yourself a little hobby that's maybe even bringing you in some monies. And Pussycat, where's Leo? Have I seen him lately? No, I have not seen him probably in the past week, but I don't even worry about him. I have no doubt in my mind that he's still around. He's been eating, the foods have been going down as per the usual. So that says to me he is still coming in at night when I'm not around to eat up some eats. And the last time I saw him, Honestly, you know, Pussycat, I'm not sure. For all I know, he could be in my house right now. He has managed to show up in my kitchen wanting out at times where I've literally never heard a cat coming in. And so I have to wonder if he doesn't have like a secret spot in my closet that he sleeps in and I don't even know he's in my house. And then suddenly he's like in my kitchen and just like wants to go out. But he's too good for the cat door. Human, please, with the door, please. No, I know there's that hole in the wall. Human, the door, please. Oh, wait, not that door, the front door. I know you opened the back door. I decided no, I would rather go out the front door. Human, cross the house with me, please. Open this one over here instead. And yeah, that's how that goes. So, Leo, when he's around, he always makes sure I know that he's around. Because I'm human. You must open the door for me. No, not the one made for me. The one made for you. Human, I want the big door, not the little door. Yeah, Leo is a little bit... For a cat that doesn't belong to me, he's spoiled as hell. But he is a very polite little kitty. He lets my cats eat first before he finishes the little leftovers of the wet food. But yeah, he definitely does not like coming through the cat door. That is for certain. And I think it's because he can't really see whether or not there's a cat out on the other side. So he doesn't know what he's going out to, whereas when the door is open, he can see. But when the back door is open, sometimes he's just like, well, I mean, this is a door, and I did want a door open, but this isn't really the door. I'm not vibing with this door anymore. And let's see here. Oh no, what did Trail does say? Oh, I'm in Minnesota, but I don't talk like that. Exactly. This Leo update was brought to you by Pussycat. Pussycat, Florida man with Florida cats. No, he's a Florida man with no Florida cats. He is a cat. Pussycat. Hang out with him today. And so many AI kitty videos online. I'm enjoying videos of cats cooking actual recipes with their opposable thumbs, of course. Honestly, I hate AI, but if AI is going to be used for anything, making AI kitty cat videos sounds perfectly fine with me. Let's just let the AI do that. Here, AI, we're going to give you one job, and one job only. Make kitty cat videos that people love on the internet. I think we can all agree that that is a useful AI job. AI, focus on that. Focus on that. And Tari needs all closet doors open. Right, yep. Ashes prefers an open closet door as well. And if it's not open, she will, like I think Terry and Scott was saying, just bap at it and 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 bap at it. And then when she's done bapping at it, you know what she does? She baps at it some more. Yeah. And let's see here. Verity telling Trail Dust, I got to visit St. Paul and thought the Old Town was just beautiful. Never been to Minnesota, let alone St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And Darlene, okay, Darlene, if the AI gets bored, absolutely. While you're at it, AI, do some doggy videos too. Exactly. And Kylo's laying down on a blanket right next to you, all being cuddly with his kitty. Because Kylo's a dog, but Pussycat's a cat. And dogs and cats do get along. They absolutely do get along. All right, you guys. So I hinted at it before, and now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go backwards in time. we're going to revisit some cookie talk, okay? So Mama Sean and Mr. and Mrs. Aloha Friday came in with some serious information and videos about the history of Girl Scout cookies. And my question for you is a little bit of a quiz here. Do y'all know what, and don't Google this, y'all. Now this is what city was the very first city Girl Scout cookies were sold? Now let me do a big ol' asterisk. Don't be Googling this yet. Big ol' asterisk. This was the first troop that decided selling cookies was a thing. This was before the Girl Scouts as an organization started selling cookies. But one troop in one area decided, you know, I've got this little shortbread recipe. We're going to make these little shortbread cookies. They're super simple. You can get like 6 or 7 dozen of them. And they decided to do that as a fundraiser. And no, Michael Anthony Smith, it is not Harlem. In fact, I dare say it's almost the opposite of Harlem. I mean, yeah, you know, I would say it's the opposite of Harlem for the most part. Did it start as a bake sale? Yes and no. It started as an after school, selling cookies after school in the school cafeteria. And yes, Pinnell, you are correct. All I know is they had to make them at first. They absolutely made these. Okay, Detroit, very good guess, but not quite. And then let's see here. Terry, in Scotland, the first Girl Scout cookies were homemade sugar cookies. Right. Sold by, I told you not to Google it, Terry. That's right. Exactly. December of 1917, Muskogee. An Okie from Muskogee was the very first place, first troop, first set of peoples. Them there Okies from Muskogee. We got them there to thank for all them there Girl Scout cookies. Now, as we know, the first Girl Scout cookies were just these sugar cookies, and they were sold door to door. And you could even order them, apparently, from the girl. They weren't like, on Tuesday, we'll be delivering your cookies. Apparently, there was sort of a, like you could order 2 or 3 dozen. And so, and then let's see here. Yes, and so the tradition of home-baked cookies continued until 1934. And then, in 1934, they started partnering out with a bunch of local bakers. And the bakers used to be all over the country. Seattle actually had their own local bakery that produced cookies. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Aloha Friday, for pointing that out. And in 1951, though, most of the bakeries that the Girl Scout cookies were using closed shop. And they focused in on 2 of them. And the Keebler Company is one of the companies that owns one of the bakeries that the Girl Scout cookies use. I don't remember if it's the ABC bakery or if it's like the Little Brownie bakery or whatever it's called. They've got 2 different kinds of bakeries, 2 bakeries, and these bakeries actually have slightly, like we discussed the other day, slightly different versions of the same cookies. So let's just talk about this for a sec. So these are, okay, we've got Little Brownie Bakers and we've got ABC Bakers. I think it's the ABC Bakers that is owned by Keebler. And Keebler, if you have paid any attention, actually on the store shelves have Girl Scout cookie knockoffs. I don't remember what the caramel, but they've got ones that are like Thin Mints and they've got ones that are like Caramel Delights / Samoas. And they are very, very closely tasty to, they taste almost identical to the Girl Scout ones. And part of the reason why is because they probably use a very similar recipe. But here's the deal. ABC Bakers is one, Little Brownie Bakers is the other. Little Brownie Bakers is what is happening in the Seattle area. But back in the day when I used to sell Girl Girl Scout cookies in the early 80s, we actually had the ABC bakers that were distributing to the Puget Sound area. So I do believe that each of these bakeries switches territory every once in a while, but this, as of 2024, this is the distribution of the bakeries and which bakery services which state, which area, which troops from each area. So you can see the Los Angeles area is different than the rest of the Los Angeles, Northern California, and San Diego area are serviced by Little Brownie Bakers, but the rest of California and Nevada serviced by ABC Bakers. And so, yes, indeedly do. That's right. We're looking at a map. Now, my next question for you guys is, what do you think the most popular cookies are per state? According to this map, pretty much everybody loves the Thin Mints, the Samoas, and their peanut butter cup thing. Not the peanut butter patties, but the peanut butter patties, not the peanut butter sandwich cookies. Well, it looks like, Pussycat, you are not, your fellow Floridians are not in agreement with you. They seem to prefer the Caramel Delights / the Samoans. But that's okay. That means more chocolate mints for you. And then let's say Thin Mints and Caramel Coconut Deluxe. Caramel Coconut Deluxe, is that what the Keebler calls their store brand version of the Samoas or the Caramel Delights? Yeah. So yeah, it looks like basically it boils down to only 1 or 2 states like the peanut butter sandwich cookies. A couple of the states like the peanut butter patty cookies. But otherwise, I think it's pretty clear. Green and purple win the day. And it's the Caramel Delights or whatever, and then the Thin Mints that are definitely all about what everybody else is all about. And then here's a little Mariana, I stepped away for a moment and came back to a map. You're not surprised. No, not at all. And the previous map was the distribution of the ABC bakers versus the Little Brownie bakers that Girl Scout cookies use. And then, of course, this particular map is the favorite Girl Scout cookie for each state. And the reason why we're talking about Girl Scout cookies is because it's Girl Scout cookie season. So I'm curious, Mariana, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? What does your family love? Or do you even imbibe? Because if you don't imbibe, I do not blame you, because it is crack. It is crack. Just so you know, it is crack. And sometimes crack is delicious. Oftentimes crack is delicious. That's the problem with crack. It's delicious. And Rick, you like the peanut butter things here. We've got 2 different peanut butter cookies, my friend. Are you talking about the, here, hold on. Are you talking about the peanut butter sandwich cookie? Or are you talking about the peanut butter patty cookie? I'm a fan of the peanut butter sandwich cookie a lot. I used to think I liked the peanut butter patties, but they're kind of too greasy now. For my mouth. And no, Mariana, these aren't a name change. What it is as you can see on this graphic, as you can see, Little Brownie Bakers calls the Samoas, but ABC Bakers calls them Caramel Delights. And they're both a little bit different. You can see they've got a different shape. You can see that the Samoas have a slightly darker chocolate. So each of them gets, each bakery makes things just a little bit differently. And so, so if you move from one area to the next and you're like, wait, this isn't the same color, this isn't the same name, this isn't the same whatever, it's because of a different bakery. And so, Rick, you're talking about the red kind. You're talking about the peanut butter patties. Okay, I'm talking about the orange yellow kind. I like the peanut butter sandwiches. You like the peanut butter patties. which is good. We won't have to fight over a box. Perfect. And Terry in Scotland, I saw a documentary on ZZ Top, and Frank Beard asked, have you ever tried heroin? It's great. Yeah, there is a reason why people do get hooked on some of these things. Things like crack, things like heroin, and things like Girl Scout cookies. And then for the, I just thought this was a cute little picture of Muskogee, Oklahoma from back in the day. Probably right around the time when the Girl Scouts were first selling their stuffuses. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit more about, and brownie mix kind, the kind you have to add eggs and oil and bake them separately. Dude, Pussycat, those brownies are so the bomb. My mom used to make Pillsbury brand brownie mix brownies and sprinkle some little chocolate chips on top. That's the best thing in the world, y'all. I don't need to buy any kind of brownie from a store. Those brownies bake wonderfully. The only thing that makes those brownies even better, and this is so wrong, I don't know who decided to do this, because they are the devil themselves, but I love them for it. Who decided that brownies needed chocolate fudge icing? Chocolate fudge frosting on top. Who decided brownies needed more chocolate in the form of frosting on top? Because they are just an evil person. It's the kind of evil I really enjoy having in my life. But isn't that a little bit too much? And then on the other hand, is too much really ever enough? All of these are great questions. I love a brownie. It doesn't need to be frosted, but when you frost it, I'm drooling. That's all I'm saying. I'm drooling. And Darlene, you're surprised that the peanut butter patties at the top in Wisconsin with all the Girl Scout cookies sold by my granddaughters, and even with the youngest daughter, was for 3 years. Your Girl Scout cooks. You were the cookie mom for 3 years, is what you're trying to say. So, Darlene, in your experience, what would you assume is the most number one, the most popular in Wisconsin? Because I'm assuming that Wisconsin was your territory. What did you think? What did you think was the most popular? And Pussycat, you're a brownie before a Girl Scout, right? In theory, yes. I don't think you have to go through brownies before you can go through Girl Scouts. But yeah, the brownie, like Girl Scouts, I think you have to be like in 4th grade. And then brownies are like kindergarten through 3rd grade. And then once you're in 4th grade, you're eligible to be a Girl Scout. I think that's how that goes. It's, but I don't think you have to be a brownie. Like if you get involved in the Scouts later in life, you can still be a Girl Scout, even if you weren't ever a brownie. You just won't have a head start on all your patches, because brownies can earn the same kind of patches that the Girl Scouts can earn. So, if you wanted a sewing patch and a cooking patch and a baking patch and a camping patch and a whatever all the little patches are that go on the little scarfy blazer thing, the sash, the whatever that thing is that y'all wear with the... I was a brownie. I had like 1 or 2 patches. I don't remember what this thing was called. But basically though, you'll just not have a head start on your patches. And the Thin Mint or the Caramel Delights is my guess as to the top cookies sold. Yeah, Darlene, that plays out with the rest of the map, right? And Pussycat, brownies should have brownie sales like Girl Scouts. Well, we sold cookies instead, but I do agree that there should be a brownie-esque cookie in the Girl Scout cookies lineup, just as a nod to the little brownies, right? And let's see here. Oddly enough, thanks to your daughter, you were in the Girl Scouts, is Michael Anthony Smith. Perfect. And Darlene, it's called the sash with all the badges and the patches. And I think there was a couple pins you could earn too. Right. Sashes. And Verity, when I last ordered, my favorite cookies were Thin Mints chilled. Yum. Right. There you go. Now, here's the deal. We're talking about, I know, Puzzy, right? It only makes sense that brownies sell brownies, right? Duh. And Terry in Scotland, my daughter's troop was known as the Brown Owl. Arabella told my wife that she saw a brown owl dressing in her tent one morning and said she was the most beautiful, she had the most beautiful golden drawers. Okay. So here we go. So we're here talking about, the cookies, etc., etc. And they obviously have a stable lineup of cookies that have lasted quite some time because, the Thin Mints, they seem to be pretty, the Thin Mints, the shortbread, a couple of these have been around since almost the beginning, right? But let's take a look at some of the cookies that still exist and don't exist. So apparently there used to be a cookie called the Savannah, which was a crunchy sandwich nut butter with, it was basically the peanut butter sandwich cookies is what it sounds like, right? And then there's the chocolate and vanilla centers of vanilla cream. Those are the original, I think, sandwich cookies. And then we've got Scott Teas, which I think are similar to the trefoils, the original shortbreads. And then, and I wish Andre were here because Andre mentioned this briefly last stream. Thin Mints have gone through a myriad of incarnations. And the one that we're left with now has been around for a while. But this particular one, they were vanilla cookies with chocolate mint flavored coating. If you read what the mint cookies were in this era, they were actually a vanilla cookie with mint flavored coating. And then we've got things called the 4 flavors shorties. So most of the 3 out of the 4, I think, or 3 out of the 5, I think here are sandwich type cookies. And so you've got a caramel one in the center, a custard one in the center, a fudge one in the center, and a vanilla center. And I think that they came in each row had a different flavor. And then we've got another one of these, which is the cookie mint, actually Kooky Mints. Excuse me. And that is pure chocolate coating. And then you've got yourself a chocolate cookie with peppermint oil. And very similar to what we've got right now. And then these are the cream-filled cookies. Of course. So, so there you have it. These are a bunch of old school cookie flavors. And Pussycat's over here talking about brownies. And I honestly can say, Puzzy, I don't really need any Hershey syrup to the mix. But oh my god, dude, brilliant. Puzzy's just throwing down baking ideas like nobody's business. I use leftover coffee instead of water to the mix. I'm going to have to try that. I am going to have to try that. Yum. Yeah, let's do that. Brilliant idea. Brilliant. And Darlene, brownies could have mini marshmallows in them, nuts, chocolate morsels. Brownies can be customized to one's liking. Yes, in fact, I used to put caramel drizzles on my brownies. I used to put dried cherries in my brownies. I used to make all sorts of various and assorted brownie variants. But I've never put Hershey's syrup in it because I've never felt that my brownie needs to be chocolatier. I do, though, think that coffee idea is, gall dung it, a brilliant. Exactly, Darlene. Oh, Pussycat, I never even thought about coffee, right? I mean, I know coffee's good if you're going to be cooking beef. I know that coffee is great in various and assorted, other stuff, but never thought about in a brownie, which is so logical, right? And no, Trail Dust, I absolutely have no problem with making a Spam cookie Candied spam cookie actually sounds like it might be tasty, but I don't know about a candied spam brownie, man. You can take on that burden. I don't know about a candied spam brownie. You can take on that burden. You can take on that burden. But I'll tell you what, you guys, I know that sometimes I act like it's all been scripted and everything, but this has not been scripted. Pussycat just randomly started talking about brownies and then coffee, and I actually I wanted to talk about coffee today because we were talking about cookies. And who doesn't love a little cup of coffee with their cookies, right? For real, y'all. Pussycat, have you hacked into my computer? Did you know that I wanted to talk about coffee? Because you just handed it to me on a coffee platter. You took out the coffee cart and you brought it right to my desk. So yeah, we got ourselves a little coffee talk right now. And I don't know if you guys know, or if you ever read coffee labels, but there's two kinds of coffee that you're going to find in the coffee store or the grocery store or the whateverness. And we've got Arabica, I don't know how to say that. And we've got Robusta. And the Robusta is generally grown at lower level elevations. Vietnam is famous for the Robusta. Then you got the Arabica, whatever. That's the stuff that is the hoity and the toity, okay? Like, that's only Arabica. Thank you, Michael Anthony Smith. Arabica. And those are generally considered the more expensive beans. They're grown at the higher elevations. Starbucks only deals in Arabica coffee. But there is a time and a place for both. Darlene, for the most part, from what I can tell, because I knew somebody would be asking this question, and I was wondering as well. Kona coffee and in general Hawaiian coffee is the Arabica kind, not the Robusta. For the most part, Robusta is generally in Vietnam and parts of Africa are where it's grown. But what we've got here is the flavor and quality of an Arabica is the smooth, complex coffee with nuanced flavors. It's generally it's the ones that are in the coffee shops, right? But it doesn't have as much caffeine as the Robusta. And the Robusta has a much bolder flavor, intense coffee experience. It's got more bitterness. If you like your coffee with milk or sugar, that robust flavor can cut through these additions. Robusta has historically been used in espresso blends for its ability to add depth and caffeine content to the coffee. Robusta beans are generally cheaper to produce and buy, making them an economical choice for budget-conscious coffee drinkers, right? And don't forget chicory. They sometimes use that too. I don't have any experience with chicory, so I cannot speak on that. But I do know that in New Orleans, chicory and coffee is kind of the norm. But check this out, y'all. You can tell the difference between an Arabica. Oh, God dang it. Where did we go? Arabica. Gotta go get Michael Anthony's pronunciation key. Let's see here. But you can tell the difference between the two beans because the Arabica is the fancy S-shaped one, and the Robusta is more a straight seam and it's more round, whereas the Arabica is elongated. And let's see here. So the Arabica has more sugar in it. And I mix coffee with espresso and make it in the Keurig coffee machine. It's awesome tasting, says Pussycat. There you go. And Darlene, Michael Anthony Smith and I have already had this conversation, so Michael Anthony Smith, bear me repeating myself, but Dude, Starbucks burns their coffee like nobody's business. I have actually gotten in... All right, I need to calm down. The only coffee that's worth drinking at Starbucks is what's known as their blonde roast, and it is the lightest roast that they have. And by lightest, I don't mean light. I just mean lightest for them. It's still a medium dark roast as opposed to a dark burnt roast. But their blonde is not bad. The problem with Starbucks, though, is even though they have bags of the blonde roast for sale in their shop, they very rarely have it on tap for brewing. And when you ask them to open a bag to make a cup for you, they pretty much refuse. And that kind of forks me off, pisses me off. I mean, basically, Starbucks, you managed to make something shitty even shittier, but whatever. So there we go. And here is basically the summary table of the difference, which Terry in Scotland is coming in with words. Here's just a picture. The price for Arabica, higher. Robusta, lower. Growth, high for Arabica. Low altitude, hardy Robusta. More caffeine, twice as much caffeine the Robusta has. Bold, bitter, earthy, woody, that's the Robusta. And then, of course, the Arabica is the sweet, smooth, acidic, and fruity, lower caffeine content. And then here we go as well. The Robusta is the hardier, more disease-resistant parent species of the Arabica, whatever. Vietnam is the one who is best known for their Robusta varieties of coffee. Part of the reason why Thai coffee, Vietnamese coffee, all those coffees have sweetened condensed milk as part of the preparation is because the coffee is so strong and black and bitter. And what about the lady at the coffee shop that was hit by a truck? Is she back in business? Yes, Pussycat, she is back in business. She, I think, reopened her shop maybe like 2.5 weeks ago. It took a really long time. Probably the very beginning part of February. So it took all the way through. She was closed most of November, all of December, all of January, and then part of February she was closed as well. It took a really long time for the contractors to get to her, I guess. That is my go-to. However, unfortunately for her, for me, it helps. I have now started making some of my coffee at home. I don't always go out to get coffee anymore because now I have coffee like in my house. I do a little pour over. I've got my pour over method situation down pat. Thanks to my instant hot water dispenser. Bainy Bo, for all you who don't know, Terry in Scotland has a friend in Scotland named Bainy Bo who comes to this stream quite often, not always, but often enough that we probably all know who I'm talking about. He insisted one day that I needed an instant hot water dispenser, and I thought that, this is a stupid suggestion. No, I don't. Bainy Mo knows me better than I know myself, okay? So, I have an instant hot water dispenser now, and with my instant hot water dispenser, making pour-over coffee is so simple and beautiful, and I've got my little system down pat. So, thanks to Bainy Bo, I have an instant hot water dispenser, and I'm using it. And coffee prices are crazy right now, up to $20 for the big can. Yeah, that is crazy. I spend about $10 for about a 10-ounce pack of Peet's coffee. I've noticed that Peet's has some coffees that I'm okay with, but unfortunately, Peet's coffee is usually like $16.99 for a 10-ounce package. But I've been managing to find it for around $8.99 to $10.99 instead. So that's my excuse me. And that's been my go-to lately. If you can try Ethiopian coffee, it's from where we take the name. There we go. Yeah, and I'd be willing to bet that the Ethiopian coffee is a Robusta, because if I remember correctly, coffee itself was discovered in Ethiopia or around Ethiopia, and it was the Robusta beans that were originally discovered. So I would be, I'd be very interested to try that. Actually, I've kind of now that I've looked into the whole coffee thing, I kind of feel like I want to do a little coffee taste test because I like a good taste test. And Darlene, cow is supposed to be small time grown in the fields on the Big Island. It is not mixed, and they say it's pricey but delicious. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Hawaii coffee, be it Kona or not, is generally prized. I've never had the cow. I've only had Lion coffee, and I really enjoy Lion coffee. Very delicious, but also super pricey. I haven't been on the Lion website in a really long time. I don't even want to think about how much their coffee probably costs. And I have no doubt that that cow is probably even more expensive than Lion, just because Lion is so mainstream. And that sounds like it's an even more specialty product. And Baby Bo's getting a sauna installed in his bathroom. That sounds lovely, actually. From what I hear, almost every house in the Scandinavia areas have saunas in them because, you need that. And honestly, parts of Scotland, I feel like you might need that too. And in fact, I think maybe in parts of Seattle you could too. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that in Bellevue, there's lots of houses with saunas in them. But I don't live in Bellevue. And Pussycat, your wife and you drink coffee every day, so we buy coffee in bulk. That's really the way you need to do it. I need to find a good, just big container of coffee so I can buy it for more cheaply, or buy it more, not spend as much, but I still am saving money. I still am saving money from purchasing a cup of coffee every day. And so I'm very proud of myself for just getting off my arse and flirping, making my own coffee at home. Cause yeah, there you go. All right, you guys. So Pussycat wants a new jacuzzi. Darlene wants a sauna in the bathroom, and Verity wants one of those hot water dispensers. What kind do I have? I have it's a brand called Narcissus, or it's a model called Narcissus, and it's a 3 liter, and 3 liters seems to be about as big as they come. And 3 liter water reservoir. Narcissus is I'm sorry, I just saw how much cow coffee was. $51 for 8 ounces. Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god. 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 Whew. Okay. No. Michael and Smith, not narcissist. Narcissus, like the flower. It sounds like narcissist, but it's S-U-S at the end instead. I think is. I'll take a picture of it. But basically, it's got 4 temperatures. It's got a 105 degree dispenser mode, 160 degree dispenser mode, 185 degrees mode, and then the 212 boiling mode, I think. So different teas prefer a brewing temperature, which is why it's all the different, like, why would you want 105 degrees? Like, well, I guess green tea prefers that, or whatever. And I want to say it was like $75 or something like that. But I had like a coupon for $50 off, and then I had like a cash back, blah, blah. I ended up not paying very much money for it at all. But the footprint is small enough that even someone like me who doesn't like kitchen appliances can handle it. And I'm wondering if I should start a GoFundMe page for your new jacuzzi. You can try. And Terry in Scotland, yes, Kopi Luwak is literally the most expensive coffee in the world at $600 a pound. I definitely don't particularly want to have Kopi Luwak though. But for those of you who are willing to try it, let me know what it's like. And yeah, exactly. The civets are really mistreated. Exactly. The Cafe Rosella in White Center has it. Awesome. I won't be trying it because I am not rich like that. I am, however, very poor like that. All right, you guys, we are 2 minutes past the bottom of the hour, which means I have gone well past the 2-minute warning. I did see the 2-minute warning there, Mr. Puzzy. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out and talking about cookies and coffee today. We even had maps. I want to thank Mama Sean for helping me do some research about the history of the Girl Scout cookies. And let's see here, what else? I want to thank the mods for modding. I want to thank the chatters for chattering. I want to thank the biddy givers, thanking you for getting the biddies, and the sub givers, thank you for giving the subs. So, I have no doubt in my mind that I forgot to thank somebody, and in which case I'm sorry about that, but thank you. And hopefully we will see each other Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time for a movie. I don't know what movie. We'll figure out the movie. But a movie will be watched on Saturday. All right, you guys.